USFCougars.com here with University of Sioux Falls Track and Field Cross-Country Director Reid Ehrisman. Let's talk about your last meet, first meet of the season. You had a bunch of school records and some provisional marks, and what were your impressions of that meet?
It was awesome. You know, we always go in that first meet not knowing what to expect. I think our athletes really don't know what to expect, especially our freshmen who, 14 weeks of a training cycle during the fall, that's sometimes their entire high school season. So going into that first meet, we just, our expectations are honestly pretty low. And so when you come away with 19 top 10 marks and you come away with 3 school records, you leave that meet feeling pretty good about, the fall and where people are at in terms of just training and not being rested for that meet and not necessarily being prepared to and set up to do great at that meet. And so, Scott set the school record, 17.4.5 in the pole vault. Teddy was over 4,900 points in the HEP, and then Sarah went 785 in the 60, and those 3 school records went down. So it was, we all came away feeling pretty good about how that meet went and where we're at, and it was overall great first meet of the year.
And now looking forward to this weekend back up at Minnesota State for their Alumni Open. You guys had, not sure how many weeks you took off over break, but how do you come back from that and want to compete now that you're less than or 2 months out from conference?
Yeah, this is another hard meet. We like to go to this meet because we like to get back on the track and kind of get our legs underneath of us. We always contemplating not going to this first meet because, the kids have been home, our athletes have been home for 2.5 weeks, and some have different access to, some of our California kids have tracks that they can go to. Some of our Minnesota kids, they have limited facilities, so we have to adapt their workouts. And so, this first meet, again, our expectations are pretty low. I think it's just a good opportunity to, put on spikes and get on the runway or get on the track and be able to, or get in the ring and be able to just kind of get in that competition setting again and get our minds focused on the season. And so, see where we're at, see how, the kids did over break in terms of their, consistencies. I always preach the number one thing in reaching your full potential is consistency, and honestly having a Christmas break is not consistent with what we do and having 2.5 weeks off. So it kind of ties into our lower expectations for this meet in terms of what we expect to get out, other than just have another meet under our belt.
And now, despite the tempered expectations for this weekend, are there any athletes that have been sticking out so far back that you guys are back practicing and heading into this meet?
Well, I guess I look at, it's kind of the same faces that we've had, probably that first meet that, the Jadas and the Teddys and the Jaggers and the Scotts. We get Chase Jensen back after not competing at the first meet due to being gone on a trip, and so I know some of the same familiar faces that we've had. I think our expectations are pretty high for them just because they're older. Our younger kids, our freshmen. We're excited to see where they are and see if we can improve from where we were, December 3rd at Mankato the first time. So it'll be fun.
All right, Coach, thanks for taking the time with us, and you guys are back in action this weekend, Minnesota State Alumni Open, and we'll check in with you next week.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it.